Throughout this season of Lent, a small group of folks at St. Luke's are walking through this wonderful Lenten resource by the Living Compass called Cultivating Healing and Wholeness in Heart, Soul, Strength, and Mind. And it's a wonderful time together. We gather on Zoom, but at our last gathering, one of our parish members was struggling to stay connected to the Zoom call because this person was dealing with low and unstable bandwidth. And we were talking about that in response to this person's struggle, unfortunate as it was, the joys of technology. But we were talking a little bit about how it's not just technology that struggles with low and unstable bandwidth. We all do in our lives, if we're honest. And then what a gift it is to find those spaces and places where we can find our bandwidth stabilized and restored and raised. And for me, one of those spaces is this small group, the trust we've built with each other, where we can walk honestly with one another with all of our questions and doubts and curiosities about life and faith. It always restores my bandwidth. You know, Jesus was no different. As we journey through his life throughout the Gospels, we come to discover that Jesus needed his bandwidth restored and renewed as well. It's why so often in the Gospels, Jesus goes off to pray and recharge. And one of the stories of that happening that we're particularly invited to enter into this Lenten season is the story that's often known throughout tradition as the agony in the garden, where towards the end of Jesus' earthly journey, he goes off to pray and has this honest dialogue with his Father about wishing that the cup of suffering could pass him over. He's perhaps exhausted, wondering where his bandwidth is at, and yet somehow, as the synoptic Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke all tell the story, Jesus finds this will that's not his own, that's able to give him the strength and grace to rise up again and keep going, to reveal the depths God's love was willing to go for each and every one of us. And there's a holy invitation in that for you and for me to pause and pray about as we journey through life and faith during this sacred season of Lent, to spend some time honestly assessing our bandwidth. Is it stable? Is it unstable? Is it low? Are we weary in some way? But then also to pause and pray and reflect on where are those sacred spaces and places and relationships where we experience the gift of our bandwidth being raised and renewed and restored and stabilized. And then pray for the grace to be about the work of going to those places and spaces this sacred season of Lent. Because it's going to those places that ultimately helps raise our bandwidth so that we can keep giving love and life away, just like Jesus did. Lenten peace and blessings to you all.